Hey guys, welcome back to the Power Plant Man. I just wanted to take a quick minute to explain to you why we are doing what we're doing today. So my name is Sydney and I'm from Honeysuckle Home. And I am jumping in really fast to show you the product that we're going to do an unboxing on and put together. We're going to do a little head-to-head contest later on. Jeff has always had this huge earthquake auger that is really difficult to operate. And I am wanting something that I can do on my own so that I can do projects by myself. So I got online and I looked at Harbor Freight and I found one that I really liked. Jeff went out and got this one at Home Depot and he is going to show us exactly what it's all about today. So stay tuned and check out the Power Plant Man.
Let's get started. I want to point out some of the differences. This is a two-person and it's got an old Tecumseh engine. It uses gas and oil, not gas and oil mix. It's a 4-stroke engine. This is a 2-stroke engine. It is supposed to be able to be operated by one person alone. Now, what we're going to find out is that one big person or can a smaller person operate it by themselves? So let's get started. Let's open up this thing and see what we have. A brand new one in a box for $199. So it's a little bit cheaper than the one from Harbor Freight. The one from Harbor Freight comes with a 6-inch auger. This one comes with an 8-inch auger. So overall, I think this has the potential of being a better deal. It is fairly heavy, which is better than what I was expecting. I really didn't expect that. So everything's set up basically just like the bigger one, just a smaller scale. We do have a 6-inch and an 8-inch auger and a 12-inch auger for the big earthquake over there.
This thing's quite heavy.
First thing, you open up this box. Everywhere you look, everything's plastic, bagged up, but everywhere you look, stop. Take care of your investment. Always treat your fuel with ethanol shield fuel stabilizer. Well, ethanol definitely is bad for small engines, but there's an alternative, and it's typically cheaper. It's go buy ethanol-free gasoline, pure gas, and that will save yourself a headache. It will start year after year. That's all we put in everything, with the exception of cars. Our cars, we use regular fuel, but all of the four-wheeler, the earthquake, all of our weed eaters, blowers, all of that we use ethanol-free. But everywhere you look, it's got this. Up to 80% of engine repairs start with bad gas. And then it actually goes into discussing why, and it's exactly right. The humidity goes into the fuel, and then it creates this watery mix that gets this crystallized garbage in your jets and your carburetor. Thank you, Harrison.
Good thing I'm strong enough to
Oh yes, oh yes. So this thing is remarkably light. It is really light.
So we have to build it?
Yes, we have to put it together.
Why is there?
And that's our next step. We're going to put it together.
Why is there meant to be wood in it? Why?
We've got the instruction manual out. Harrison, let's put this plastic in the box.
That's
We'll
what
get
I
our
did.
box of parts out. This is the piece that screws onto the bottom. That's the part that initially starts the dig. They gave a bottle of 2-cycle engine oil, which we already have ours mixed up, so we'll save that. Okay, Harrison.
I don't want.
Opening up the bag. They gave 2 combination wrenches, 12 millimeter, 14 millimeter. This screws into the bottom of the auger. I am going to be using thread locker there is nothing to putting this thing together. So they already have the piece with the spring, and I will say, with experience, these on occasion, especially in our environment where you're digging down, you'll hit big rocks that flex the spring, and sometimes you will shear off this one right here. Now this one, I doubt we'll ever shear that one. So I'm gonna take this off, put it up, mount it on. I am again using Loctite. So we're mounting it to the shaft of the motor. Go ahead.
These are handy dandies.
These are handy dandies. You don't have to tighten this too much because this will flex anyway. And there's no reason to try to tighten it so much that you actually start trying to bend this metal here. Do your future self a favor and use pure gas, ethanol free. We have our ethanol free gas, and it is already mixed, and we label it mix for 2-stroke. Filling it right now. Watch out, buddy.
I want to do it.
No, I don't want this to spill on you.
Oh, it's blue.
Oh yes, mixed gas is colored. It's pretty. A pretty green blue.
It's hot. You don't have that much of that gas anymore.
Nope, but we have fresh ethanol free that we can mix them fresh anytime we need.
Okay, we have to close this.
Righty tighty, lefty loosey. There you go.
So we do have to tighten this so it never falls
Okay.
off.
We have an on-off switch here, clearly labeled. That'll have to be an on. We've got choke, regular. It's already set on choke.
Oh, and
You've got
there's-
your primer bulb.
And that's where you pump the
It says
gas.
press 6 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just now seeing it, so I'm gonna put a little bit more. It just bypasses to the tank anyway. Now, let's see if this thing starts on the first try. Not the first try. Not the second try. Not the third try. Not the fourth try. Well, that's definitely not an impressive showing on the first try. So I had to give it the throttle, which is unusual, but it did start up fine once I gave it the throttle.
I would just do the throttle next time.
I should have had you to do it. You want to give us some throttle real quick? Other way. Other way. Oh, I still had it on choke.
Dad, I can't believe that one's not as loud as that one.
I'm already hitting rock, and I'm only a couple inches below the ground. This thing's really light. The power is impressive. It really is. But what I'm thinking, based on just initial impression, the earthquake is definitely going to win in a competition just because it's weight, and of course it uses two people. You're going to have to also push down on this, so you're going to be trying to balance it, keep it from twisting, and you're also going to be having to put some pressure down. So I'm going to put some pressure down. Here we go. I'm able to bog it down just by putting a little pressure on this thing. This is 43 cc's. I think our other one is 100 and something cc's. I'm gonna do one more quick example where I push down and it bogs it down completely. It has pretty decent power, the engine, but what it don't have is this has some sort of clutch similar to a weed eater, to where when you let off the fuel, it stops rotating, and that clutch, which I'm sure is a centrifugal clutch, that clutch actually bogs down and it allows to slip while you're in full dig mode. And you did see that one spot where it hit a rock and it jumped out of my hands. So for a small person, which I'm not no huge person, but for a small lady, this thing is a handful, and I could see this thing hurting someone. So even though it's a one-man auger,
Dad, wait.
it should probably be operated with two people if you're small. Like, it would just throw this guy around.
Me?
Oh yeah.
No.
But now that we've had it running, let's see if it'll start right up.
Oh.
Okay, now it is starting right up, so that's cool. In this little tiny hole, this is just some of the rocks that it dug up, so that's what's causing the problem. I think if it didn't have all these rocks, this thing would just fly right through it. What's up? Oh, video on a YouTube video.
Are you?
Yeah. Oh, I really need to test you since it's one man. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to waller it.
Waller it. Okay, folks, that's a good term for YouTube. All right, so we tried out the new Powermate auger, and isn't that what this is called? Yeah.
Yes.
Powermate Earth Auger, and it's supposed to be a one-man, and it was supposed to be like for this one woman to be able to do, but it is way too powerful for just me. So I called in the muscles, and he went ahead and finished my hole, but the unfortunate thing is that for this size of pot, it's not going to work. It is not large enough in diameter, doesn't create a large enough hole for that size of pot. So we've decided that we have to waller out the hole. Let's Google that term and see what we get with it. We're wallering it out.
This is the old classic, the Earthquake. 3.8 horsepower, 10-inch auger. crazy heavy.
Oh, that one goes through a lot easier through all of the rock, but it is most definitely not one that I could do on my own. I'm seeing now that either one of them are pretty much not an option for me to do on my own. But as far as if he had a job to do that I couldn't be here for, he could probably use the little one. It's just not as good at getting through everything.
We just finished our test. Overall review of the Home Depot Earth Auger by Powermate. It really did well. This is a bucket of rocks that we pulled up, and it made it through it. Hey, if you like this video, just hit the like button. If you know someone that could use it, share it. And also subscribe. Thanks.